how long can the U.S. finance its debt at these levels, right? With the Treasury, with the interest rates where they are, I just feel like, man, the Fed has to cut sooner rather than later. What's your timeline on that? Like, are you expecting 2 or 3 cuts this year?
I'm expecting 100 basis points this year, and that will probably look like somewhere between 2 and 4 cuts like we saw last year. And so at some point, I believe there's going to be a very negative print, not necessarily in GDP, but perhaps on the employment side, or perhaps a combination. CPI will be much, sort of more consistent in the closer to 2 versus 3 range, even though it still has a 2 handle right now. And the Fed will come in and actually do a bigger move, and in conjunction with 225 basis point moves, because it has to. I mean, that's the reality. The reality is that the moves that happened last year have benefited the front end of the curve, but they haven't made a dent. In fact, they've been sort of counterproductive to the long end, which is where those costs come in. So if you're the White House, and every single time Washington wakes up and has to turn on its lights, the lights include paying nearly $1 trillion worth of interest on a growing mound of debt, and most of that interest is on long-term Treasury bonds.